Call it the ripple effect. Huge backups on the Blue Water Bridge in Sarnia today, with truckers waiting for hours to get and cross as protests continue to keep the crossing in Windsor closed. And it's another night of long waits on the Peace Bridge, as well as some protesters arrive in Fort Erie ahead of another demonstration planned for the weekend. Good evening. Fort Erie is not alone. Other cities like Toronto are preparing for the possibility of more blockades in the coming days.
And while Windsor is now seeking an injunction to remove protesters who have stopped traffic from entering Canada, the Mayor of Sarnia is calling this economic terrorism. Matt Ingram is following the story for us and joins us in studio with more. Matt.
Phil, for a second day in a row, Windsor Mayor Drew Dilkens demanded an end to the demonstration, announcing City Council approved the decision to go to court today. At one point overnight, traffic to the U.S. was stopped completely, but by morning, some traffic began to get through again. The OPP has deployed additional resources to try and help, and the federal government says more RCMP officers are on the way. But for now, the blockade continues to prevent hundreds of millions of dollars in commerce from flowing between the U.S. and Canada. On day 4 of the bridge blockade, some truckers headed for the U.S. are getting increasingly frustrated.
It's really disgusting.
This man says he's been waiting 14 hours to cross the Ambassador Bridge.
Government should try to do something about it. It affects everybody, right?
This trucker says it took him 7 hours to cross the Blue Water Bridge in Sarnia last night, which is an alternative border crossing many truckers are diverting to. He's now stuck in Windsor trying to get back to the States.
You have to allow commerce. You have to have some common sense is a dying thing nowadays.
But demonstrators remain resolute, settling in for the long haul, saying vaccine mandates and COVID restrictions need to go.
People are losing businesses left and right. Not because of this traffic, but because of the mandates that are out there.
I view it as economic terrorism.
Sarnia Mayor Mike Bradley says heavy traffic at the Blue Water Bridge and protests blocking parts of the main highway are causing problems for his community, and he wants the blockade in Windsor put to an end.
Ticket, tow, and arrest if necessary. This is an illegal activity. It's gone on too long.
The Mayor of Windsor says that's exactly what he's trying to do, saying the city is seeking a court order to end what he says is an illegal occupation and a national crisis.
If individuals on site are trespassing on municipal property and, if need be, will be removed.
Mayor Drew Dilkens says he expects city officials to be in front of a judge by the end of the day.
The economic harm that this occupation is having on international trade is not sustainable, and it must come to an end.
Problems are mounting for the auto industry, which relies heavily on the Ambassador Bridge to get parts to plants. Toyota has shut down production at all 3 Canadian lines for the rest of the week, and Ford's Oakville and Windsor plants are running at reduced capacity today after the Windsor plants were forced to shut down for a day and a half.
They just don't know from day to day if they're going to be running or not on the motor lines.
Automotive union leader John Dagnolo says Windsor's 2 Ford plants will run tomorrow, but if they don't have enough parts, they will have to shut down.
Some things you can ship by air, but there's some things you just can't. They're just too big.
As the economic toll from the blockade rises, there's been a change of heart from Conservative leader Candice Bergen, who has publicly supported anti-vaccine mandate protesters in recent weeks.
I believe the time has come for you to take down the barricades, stop the disruptive action, and come together. The economy you want to see reopen is hurting.
The Canadian Trucking Alliance released a statement today saying the people at the Ambassador Bridge are not peaceful protesters, saying many involved are not associated with the trucking industry in any way, and their actions are in fact hurting truckers. Meantime, the Premier's office released a statement this afternoon saying a court order has been issued prohibiting any of the monies collected via the latest online Freedom Convoy fundraising effort from being distributed.